It has been an interesting year as a new mother. There has been a lot of learning curves and unexpected things that arise and just figuring it all out. I know the moment my son was born, I was very unsure. I had no idea what I was getting into, and I was holding him and thinking like, what do I do? Like, how do I take care of a human? How do I take care of this little boy and help him grow and become an amazing human being? But first off, how do I keep him alive? Like, what do I need to do every day to make sure he is being fed, he is sleeping enough, he is okay? Like, there's so many things that I felt like I had no idea, and you kind of just figure it out, which was surprisingly easy to maneuver through now that I think about it. But at the time, I was having a lot of difficulty navigating having a newborn, navigating the emotions I was having in that short period of time. It's so much to take in. And looking back at it, I think we did a good job. Like, we have a thriving little boy, and there are days where I feel guilty that I'm either not doing enough or I have him watching TV and people tell you that's terrible, and I just need time to cook, and he is very overwhelming and wants mama all the time. And that is like one of the only ways I can get him to sit and relax and I can do what I need to do. I would say one of the first things I've learned being a new mom is I have a lot of patience. Like, wow, the patience you need for your little one, the patience that you adapt when you're taking care of your little one is pretty insane. Like, you need a lot of patience for your baby. And I knew I had some patience, you know? I'm very impatient when it comes to things for myself. Like, I want things now. If I want something, I go do it. But having a newborn is like, you just need to step back and take it as you go. Like, you can't constantly just try to get things done. You really got to sit there and observe and kind of see what they need and be patient when they're frustrated and be patient when you're frustrated. It's just a lot of emotional balancing sometimes. And I've realized like I can sit back and just patiently maneuver through upset moments, and navigating those times can be very difficult. And I realize that I'm the person that's going to reflect who he's going to be and how he's going to deal with different situations. So, having the patience to help him work through all the emotions and all the things that he's trying to learn and all the things he may be frustrated with or working through, I'm there to guide him. How I react will reflect how he's going to react. So I want to be an example for him. I want to move through moments that are tough with a calmness, with patience, and allow him to discover how to move through his emotions. I want to hold space for him to be able to express how he feels and know that I will always be there and have his back and hold his hand whenever he needs me to. And how I do that will help him in those moments. And I realize that the patience that I have with him is extremely important because he needs me to be there to help walk through these emotions, to help teach him to not overreact eventually and understand who he is and all his feelings. And for me to have the patience to help him through all that is so important. And I do have that the patience for that. I have the capacity to be patient with him. I feel like normally I may have walked away from situations that really upset me or I couldn't handle emotionally, or just being patient, like waiting for something to happen instead of constantly figuring out why it hasn't happened. Being patient to just allow him to go back and forth when I'm trying to change him. When it's time to brush your teeth, allow him to come to me. I want him to be able to do what he needs to do or what he's feeling in the moment, but also know that it's time to do these things. And I have to have the patience to wait, the patience to not feel so hurried, to not hurry through our days. And I think that's very important and one of the most important things I've learned. I think another thing that I've learned is time is precious. I feel like this year with him has gone by like that. Like I blinked and he's one. And it's just so crazy how fast that is. Like you don't get enough of the baby stage. And I can definitely see why people want to have another child. But time is precious. And I wasn't able to really enjoy when he was a newborn because it was so fresh and I was very emotional and going through all the things and just trying to understand that the time I had before is not the same. Like, I don't have that time for myself. And that was a grieving moment for me. But now that I'm a mom, my time is limited and I really have to prioritize things, whether that's the small amount of time I get for myself at night after putting him to bed, or during naps. I have to give myself some time to just like regroup. But now that he's one, like I miss all those moments. Like when I look back on his pictures and I'm like, wow, he was so small. He was our little baby boy, our first child. And like, you just look back and you're like, wow, he grew. He's a whole human. He's like a little boy running around now. And you really have to savor each stage because once a new one's coming in, the old one's forgotten. And so, like, really reminding myself to realize I'm not going to get these moments back. Like, he's growing and he's growing fast. And all the stages and milestones that he's already gone through are over. Like, they're already implemented into his life, you know? And it's a very sentimental moment to just reflect back on the year and all the changes that happened with you, your family, and your little baby, and realize that time just flies and you really got to be in the moment or just understand that time is limited and to enjoy each moment as much as you can, to be present as much as you can. I know sometimes I'm not, and I do feel guilty for those times. But sometimes I do need a moment, just a moment to myself, and then I can hop back in. Another thing I have learned is that a mother's love is immense. Wow. The love I have for this boy is beyond. And I don't think I've ever loved something this much, nor have I received this type of love. And this type of love is so special. It's something that you definitely have to experience. And I think that it really bonds you with your baby. And I'm so grateful that I get to experience this. Like, wow, the love your child has for you, especially when you're the one he wants to spend most of his time with. It's just amazing. Like, this boy, I love him so much. The capacity of love I have for him is to infinity and beyond. And likewise for him, like I feel it. I feel the love, the need that he has for me, and all the ways he shows me that he loves his mama. And that is the most special thing I've experienced through this whole first year of motherhood and beyond. Like, I'm excited to see how that love grows and watch him grow and just be there for him. I think the next thing I've learned is no matter how tired you are, you have enough in you to keep going. Raising a child is a lot of work, and there are days when you're just tired, but you push yourself to keep going. I think that's a reflection of all the things you can do in life. Like, you have it in you to keep going. And where you prioritize your time matters. The exhaustion you get when raising a little one can be tough. Like, it is tough some days. There's always something in you to keep going. And I feel like just with this YouTube channel, like, I have it in me to continue this. But there are days I'm just tired. There are days where I'm not feeling it and I can put it off. But when you have a child, you can't just put your child off. Your child is your number one priority, and just being there for them, having that patience and being present are all very important. And no matter how exhausted you are, you can keep going. You have what it takes to push yourself. Although I knew that, I feel like I see it in a different way. It's a little more motivating now in all the things I do, but I know there's some things that just fall off. And I try my best to keep pushing through whatever goals or whatever I'm trying to do. But with my baby boy, there are days when I'm tired and I don't have much in me, and I do my best, Like, not every day is perfect. If I'm trying my best, that's all I can do. And yeah, I believe in myself. I believe I can make it through the day.
Yeah, you know I go all in. I don't need nobody approval. I know that I'm a win. Certified.